You feel empty and lost in your environment. A seemingly unbreakable veil of sadness covers your life. Wretched, never-ending misery. You have tried everything to free yourself from your disease. Eventually, you start to panic. In your frenzy, an appetite for motion awakens. You feel a need to go forward, leaving behind everything you ever knew. Far into the night, you awake from a deep slumber. You find yourself floating down a river, alongside the trees and the wetland sounds. Studying your reflection in the water reveals your old and frail body. You begin to wonder how long it has been since you've left. You would not know. Everything is a blur. So you float along, desolated but peacefully. The air is getting colder and your body urges you to go back to sleep. You now realize you woke up too early. You are not where you're supposed to be yet. So you give in to your heavy eyes and again fall into a deep slumber. A swim in ancient waters through a foreign forest. You encounter a wise snake on the river floor. Listen carefully. She wants to tell you a great story. A tale about an old scholar of the cosmos, residing in a lonely tower behind the mountains. There, he built a telescope so big he is able to see beyond the stars with it, to a place he would later refer to as the realm of angels. Here rules the power of play, an empire of fun. Magic flowing through the air and angels dancing with the spirits of nature. The scholar then calls upon the four great kings of these primitive lands to introduce and to educate them in his newly acquired wisdom about creativity and play. These men quickly became powerful wizards, each one of them seeing a different appeal in the scholar's teachings, shaping our spiritual evolution for centuries, their spells still streaming through us today. You awake in a wet field, surrounded by dead trees. You gaze into the distance. You see mist slowly revealing dark structures, architecture of terror. There, before you on the horizon, lay the ruins of a fallen fascist utopia. No sign of life awaits you here. All you can hear are faint echoes, painful screams, and loud machines of the past. A choir of lost souls singing their false ballad of conquest, waiting for you to join them. A stinging headache takes over you and you start to feel nauseous. You lose your sense of time and self, imprisoned by these dark walls around you. But still, you walk ahead in delirium. Something deep in this maze is calling, crying for help. Concrete faces looking down on you, craftsmanship of hate in the aesthetic of the future and the past. Concepts of superiority and tradition, slowly turning into neo-pagan gods, worshipped by a deceived society. A action, yearning for their final battle. A beehive of contradictions, eventually collapsing in its own rage. Prisoner of forgotten wars, talking to you in an ancient language you shouldn't understand. Preaching about ideas of freedom, love, and revenge. You are weak and miserable, but your intentions are pure. He is in need of your last dwindling energy of life, and you need his spirit. The metamorphosis is complete. A body designed in the twilight of evolution, conjured up by the prisoner. A vessel to serve the two of you. Come with me. Unpunished puppeteers of ill will, hiding away like the cowards they are. Always getting ready to rise from the ashes in a new disguise when the time comes. Free us from their misery and hate before it penetrates our minds and kills us all. Together, you move forward, down the dark alley into a silver hall. You show no compassion. Down with the advocate, the warmonger, and the architect. And only now, in a body not your own, soaked in the blood of the fascists, it all seems so clear to you. The violence in prey, and prey in violence, dominating on the battlefield of our spiritual war, submitting to your primitive forces and killing in the name of a better future. Everything around you collapses, leaving you with one last view. You may now utter your final words. You lose yourself in the glowing blue waters and quietly say, I adore you.